Hello my fragrance lovers and my good smelling companions, Dominic here for Fragrance Reviews. And we're doing a final review from the samples here of Replica. And today's two that we're doing are going to be Jazz Club and Whispers in the Library. So let's start off with Jazz Club. This was a very popular one when it was released in 2013, and they are giving us a whole experience of a jazz club, and they want the kind of woodsy tobacco kind of and booziness to sort of give us that scent of a cigar box, okay? And it smells very just really nice, and it has a very it puts your head right into that atmosphere of a jazz club. It smells beautiful. There's a lot of good things going for this one, and it's very versatile. You can wear it almost anywhere, everywhere, anytime. It's got a fine array of notes. We've got the pink pepper, we've got the lemon neroli, we've got the rum, the clary sage, Java vetiver oil. It's got oils going on. It has tobacco leaf, vanilla bean and styrax. It just smells so good. It's a really pleasant one on the nose. It's quite unique. Nothing quite like this thing. They did a brilliant job coming out with this. The only problem I have with it is it does have a bit of performance issues, and actually I have the bottle right here. I have used quite a bit of it. These are nice elegant bottles they have with Replica. They've got a good kind of almost vintage atomizer that works very well. Got this kind of whitish fabric going on. So this is what our cologne bottles will look like. This would be sort of masculine-ish, yeah, very much, and it smells beautiful. You've got these kind of oils going on. You really get that experience of a jazz club. You really do get the kind of a smoky kind of it's got a kind of sexiness to it, but it's also kind of classy. So it's kind of a I don't know. It's beautiful. You can see people in shirts, suits, kind of thing, and just having a great old chill time. So I must say I'm very happy with this one, and for the whole smell it gives is just really pleasant. This is a bit more of a beast than some of them. It'll give a good kind of an aura around you of fragrance. It's good and dependable. It's just that it would be only a few hours really, and then you would be wanting to reapply this stuff really if you're going to be using it. So it really does give you just the whole idea of a classy man who has his life together and is able to afford time to chill at a classy kind of a recreational area, a jazz club with some jazz music going on, and you can really see all of that, and they do capture it well in this fragrance. So yeah, I've been happy with this one, and I've used it a fair bit since I got it. I mean, I'm a bit slow on using my fragrances and a bit sparing, but yeah, I do really like this one, and just smelling it again, it really would bring back memories if you were a clubber or something like that, and perhaps when you're a bit younger, or maybe you still are. This can be for older people, it can be for younger people. You can sense a kind of a youngish, almost youthful vibe to it as well, but it's also classy gent. So they've combined a lot of really interesting notes. I like the kind of the rum, the pepper, the neroli, and that vanilla that kind of comes out. And yeah, you really kind of that vanilla and the sort of booziness. It's got a lovely dry down. It has also got a very lovely opening. So very little to complain about this one. It's a fairly top-notch fragrance. Again, performance is a little bit of a downside. If it was perhaps a bit more punchy or more was put into it, you might get it to last a little longer. So that's Jazz Club. Now, it's a brilliant bottle. Definitely get yourself a travel version. This is one that you need to try from Replica. It is really good. But we still have our next one to go, which is also a brilliant fragrance. So that brings us to our next one, and for this we have Whispers in the Library. Now, this, guys, is also absolutely adorable, I must say. Let's get a good bit here now. Oh, wow. Yeah, it has really quite a sweetness. Ah, and I think it's beautiful. Yeah, and when you get that dry down, it really is an impressive smell. Whispers in the library, so it's a kind of a quietish scent, and it's in the library, so they have this late 20th century Oxford library that they've named this after. And again, Replica really does have that point where it stands out, because it's good at giving you a certain experience with a very definite experience with each fragrance that they produce. This was from 2019. It has basically pepper, vanilla, precious woods, and cedar. So, I mean, there's not an awful lot. I think there's a bit of booziness in it too, but you know what? I think I'm even happier with the actual smell of this thing than with Jazz Club. I mean, they're both stunners, but this thing, it's so appealing. It's so gentle. It really does have the classy kind of aura around you. It's got these wonderful kind of waxy wood accords to it. It's unisex as well, this one. The other one more masculine. 2019, it's a bit later. I must have had plenty of experience with Jazz Club and maybe By the Fireplace. But this thing almost tops the lot. I mean, it's so good. It's really rich. It's calming. It's inviting. It's attractive. It's appealing. It's a bit sensual. But it's a nice, quiet sort of fragrance. It's just up there with a really good idea behind it, a really good smell off of this thing. You'd want that lingering around, and it's not too much of a beast. It's not too noisy. It's not too much of an attention grabber. But I've really enjoyed sniffing this one out. It's just a beautiful thing to get your head into. You must get a travel version of this at least as well. So I'm really happy with these two. Now this one, again, it's very versatile. It's very wearable. Performance might be a little better than see with Jazz Club. I think it kind of has this nice punchiness to it, and then it sort of dies down relatively soon. Whereas this one, it might be a bit more kind of punchy on the opening, but then it settles and stays for a good while on your skin. And I think I've heard it's good for sort of darkish skin tones, and it's just the kind of the certain skin oils that it kind of blends well with, and you do get that lovely idea of going into this Oxford bookshop library, you know, and the kind of the silence and the whispers maybe, and that waxy wood kind of polish, and the old books and the whole lot. And there's that quiet, calm, thoughtful kind of an experience that you get with this. So if that's your thing, definitely pick up one of these, because it is beautiful. It's lovely clones. Now, I've basically covered our Replica little scent library right there. And if anybody, if I see, well, the first comment, if you want to suggest another sort of brand or house to look into, or just ask for a particular clone that you'd like a review on, we can see about getting hold of that, and that will help this thing continue. I do have some other ideas as well besides that though. But yeah, I'm really loving out of these two. Performances are almost kind of equal. The whole idea behind them is spot on, 9, 10 out of 10 for the actual giving you the experience of what they say. On the boxes, you know, you'll get the usual, like a little picture of a Jazz Club on this one, and then the nice library there, English library, kind of the oldish kind of vibe to it as well. You'll get those on the box, and they are beautiful. They're lovely, lovely fragrances. Two of my absolute favourites, and sort of a vintageness about them, and a very classy and sexy kind of appeal. So I love them both, but I would give it to Whispers in the Library. Just that smell, just about tops the experience you get with Jazz Club, which after all is a bit older and they've kind of upped their game a little bit, but they're different, you know. They could hardly be better. They could be stronger. That's my only quarrel with them. So that's a bit on that, and it's been great having you joining me for these series. We'll see you in another video. In the meantime, as always, march forward, smelling good.